All right, video number 3, and at this point we talked about thunderstorm in general, the different characteristic of thunderstorms, ordinary ones, and let's talk very briefly about severe thunderstorms. What makes them different from regular thunderstorms? Well, you can guess that severe thunderstorms come with bigger risk. In fact, they usually come with more rain, more precipitation, more hail usually, can be dealing with flash flooding, with more lightning, with more wind. They usually have those kind of wind gusts that are very, very powerful, especially at the front of the storm. And they can, in fact, when being created, make those big, huge cumulonimbus that can go up to the stratosphere. So you have a massive tower of cumulonimbus being created that can pour a lot of hail because, I mean, getting so high, you are creating lots of ice crystals. And the downdraft can be very, very powerful. So what we observe is usually in a severe thunderstorms, we have the updraft being happening towards the back part of the storm, and the downdraft will cover everything from the middle to the front of the storm, pouring its precipitation that can be either liquid, but also usually we often observe some hail, some solid precipitation. And so those severe thunderstorms can be associated if the updraft is very powerful to tornadoes at the contact of the ground. This is a case of a specific one that we'll talk in just a couple of slides. The first one to mention is in fact what we call the multi-cell cluster thunderstorm, also called mesocyclone convective complex. What are those type of storms? In fact, they are just a connection of several ordinary thunderstorms together. And those ordinary thunderstorms combine together to create those big cluster, as we can see, of thunderstorm that will cover a big region. It can cover up to 100,000 kilometers square, which is pretty big. If you look, it can cover the size of several states. This is something that we tend to observe in the middle part of the US and east part of the US, not too much in California. Because they are the combination of several thunderstorms together, they usually are slow moving and their lifespan, being so big, will also happen on a very long period of time, not in about half an hour, but over easily 12 hours. So they will be moving slowly over half a day easily. And they tend to form mainly in the Great Plains that can be associated with tornadoes. And the main threat from those severe thunderstorms are in fact flooding. Those thunderstorms mostly will pour a lot of liquid precipitation, a lot of rain happening over those states, leading to flash flood that can happen very quickly. Another type of severe thunderstorms will be what we call the squall line. The squall line will be also the joining of several thunderstorms, but instead of making a cluster, those thunderstorms make a big line. And with this formation of a line, they're moving pretty quick, coming with, as we can see the line, but the tower being formed at the front right here. They will have all the updraft happening. I'm sorry for that. All the updraft will happen at the front of the storm, with a heavy downdraft happening from the front to the bottom, to the back, the storm moving from left to right in this case. We can observe this massive cumulonimbus being creating at the back of the first cumulus right here, and they tend to be usually associated with change in moisture, so we tend to observe them over large body of water. And with those type of thunderstorms, they're pouring a lot of precipitation, but mostly the risk is high wind gust. The wind speed just accelerates very briefly, and because of this formation, very quick formation of cumulonimbus, we also observe some big hail. But again, the main threat for those ones is usually the wind that tend to be very powerful. Final one to mention, and the most powerful of all thunderstorm, is what we call the supercell thunderstorm. The supercell thunderstorm, unlike the other ones, is not a combination of several thunderstorms. It's just one thunderstorm that suddenly, in some way, explodes during its formation, just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. It's a powerful, only one cloud, what we call a cell, that can go very high because there is a lot of moisture, but the lifting process is in fact pushing the air to go very high in the atmosphere up to the stratosphere, leading to formation of initially condensation in liquid phase, but going easily into the solid phase. And so we do have, at this point, you see that the updraft, unlike the scroll line, is not happening in the front of the storm, but in the back of the storm, with a strong updraft and a strong downdraft, leading to a lot of rain, leading to a lot of wind, leading on the back of the storm, usually to tornadoes. The cloud in itself gets so big that it can easily measure between 20 to 50 kilometers in diameter, so let's say about 30 miles more or less. Those create dangerous weather, again, with very high wind, but the main threats between, apart from the strong wind, is in fact the tornadoes. And also because of this heavy downdraft that can happen, a lot of flash flooding. So this is, again, the most powerful of all the thunderstorms we can observe, mostly in the eastern part of the US. And for a summary of each thunderstorm, to give you also a visualization of each of the thunderstorms, I invite you to watch those 4 videos that goes for 1 to 2 minutes over each of those thunderstorms, presenting you the characteristic of each, and also visualizing you what are those thunderstorms looking like. So those videos are available again on the webpage of the recording on CAT courses for this lecture. And as another video, I also strongly suggest you to watch, oops, let me switch slide. Come on. It doesn't want to. Up, let me go back now. Right here. I strongly recommend you also to watch this video, which is in fact a summary going over all of the thunderstorms and providing you a summary of the formation of those thunderstorms. This will kind of be a conclusion from this recording, those previous recording and this one including. And with the next video, we are going to talk about tornadoes, and there will be a final video in which we're going to talk about hurricanes. So I invite you to join me as soon as you're ready. See you soon.